okay. I'm fun to talk to. I mean, at this point I'm kind of shenaniganizing as much as anything else, but... Alright, look. SAS is on. Spacecraft is set. Let's rename it quick. You are still getting designated Alpha because one has yet to make it into orbit. Let's see if it works. Alright. Go. Which I'm going to pull back on the liquid engine, no reason to. We are getting a rotation still, but we're also not going screaming off to the side, so I will take it. I had to say something, didn't I? You know what the insane thing is? This might still work. Probably not, but hey, you never know. Yeah, okay, you don't like me, spacecraft. I get it. We're gonna try Shoulder Wager's idea next. Yeah, no, that thing did not. Okay, at this point we can just write this one off. Lost too much in the initial launch. It's gonna make a cool explosion though. Cool explosions are cool. Okay. Yeah, that's we're gonna not talk about that one. At that point I can switch over to doing these kind of batteries. That would be overkill, but that would also look really freaking cool. Functionality, these are short-range communication satellites. They do not need that much relay. It does say they're combinable. If you look. Combinable. Since they are apparently combinable, we are going to run 8 of them because I think that looks really freaking cool. And remember, looking cool is half the battle. Yeah, it's just the fixed antennas that are non-combinable. Solar panels, work with me, buddies. I know where I want it, it's just a matter of whether or not the game will let me put it there. Actually might be acceptable right there. See if they break off instantly in the Because I have no interest of ever opening these bays. So if I stick them like that, will this thing explode? Because of overlap. I don't know if they will. Actually, it looks like these aren't actually going to contact them, so I don't think it will. Okay. Hello, Total G. Welcome to the stream. Oh, we're just screwing around with rockets. Give me something to do other than astrodynamics. Well, no, this is astrodynamics, but here, if everything blows up, I don't get yelled at. Just trying to think about how. And if there's any ways I can stabilize the lower section more. Because I do not have struts yet. But I do want to have communications. Which is what this is about. This is about trying to figure out communications. Well, we're giving sort of Soul Age's ideas a shot. And seeing if I can actually get it to fly. Because the last one, it cranked across the battery stack and decided it wanted to explode. Physics calculations in progress. Oh, that's always fun. Alright, so let's turn on the SAS. Help out a little bit. It's actually going to be really hard to rename the spacecraft, now that I think about it. That's okay, we can just have multiples. Alright, so we're going to pull back the throttles, because I'm not going to need much of the liquid engine for the initial launch. Alright, quick checklist, make sure the staging is correct. If I had $1 for every time I blew one of these things up, because I had, like, this engine lighting instead of this engine, yeah. Alright, I think we're good. 3, 2, 1, launch! Still has that rotation. Oh, bad. Why is it doing that? This is where I was actually allowed Mac Jab from the flight tracker, if for no other reason. Go ahead and cut the television, and then it just flips. I know it's because it gets off-center, and if you get off-center... Hang on, we're going to go back to the launch for a second. Okay. Is it just a matter of the little fuel tanks aren't connecting right or something? Is it because I had to have a coupled engine in the middle? Would it be better if I just used a single giant stack? I wonder? That would make it shorter. Huh. I don't know. I'm gonna just try this again. Let's actually try it with the liquid engine fully spun up, so it's pushing out of the middle and not just off the sides. Good catch. Good catch. I didn't think about it. I was going through the mental checklist and was like, aerodynamics. Okay, well we got the toppers on those, we got the fins. Yep. Look at Soul Wager. Good for you. You're keeping me honest. Then we're also using the top of the service bay as a solar array, so that is going to be detached eventually. Although I need to make sure that that actually pops off, so we're just going to do a quick little test flight. Which I'm just going to literally pop the top off and see what it does. Yeah, that's staying on, which we don't necessarily want. We want it to go with the rest of it. Highly successful test. Very successful. Only broke everything. Put this thing upside down. Touch it like that. See, is that better? Pop top. Yes, that will be better. Alright. Let's see what happens. I give it a 50-50 chance of exploding. Now we're already starting to drift. I'd fight with it, but SAS is already fighting with it. Let's just see if I can throttle back the liquid engine and see if that does anything for us. Yeah, no, we're rotating and drifting off to the side, and I'm not sure what's causing an increase of drag on one side that's creating a moment about the center of gravity. And I know that's probably what's got to be happening, it's just a matter I'm not entirely sure what's doing it. Should be hitting max Q right about there, so good for the liquid engine throttle up. So far we're okay. Everybody might get a little dizzy, but we're okay. Ditch those. Throttle back. We have enough kinetic energy at this point to just kind of flip us out of the atmosphere, and we'll deal with stabilizing the rest of this once we're out, because it will eventually stabilize. I'm just going to turn off SAS and let it, do its thing for a little while. Kind of a life hack, kind of not a life hack. Yeah, because we're going to get into space so far. At least that's what it looks like. And then we can figure out the orbit once we're up there. Yes, I know this is probably the most sketchy way to get into space that's ever been, done, but... Alright, turn back on the SAS system so that it'll, stop the rotation. You know what? Or I can just do it. That also makes sense. I did put a reaction gear on this thing, right? So this is, doing something. Okay, well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and cut the nose cone. That's a problem. Okay, we just broke the comms array. Well, this entire thing is now pointless anyway. So, yeah, that nose cone needs to go away. I'm a dumbass. I forgot you could do that. Yeah, so that's why I wasn't running with a nose cone, because getting rid of the nose cone breaks off the high gain antennas. There was a reason, I just didn't know it. Alright, so this is just lost at this point. Well, I like booms, you like booms, everybody likes booms. So, down you go. Oh. Cool. Thanks for the intel. Saves me having to do the same test. I think I'm being a dumbass. Hang on. Well, yeah, because you're going to hit a max Q on a non-circular object. Because as soon as you hit about Mach 1, air, and actually compressible fluids in general really, really don't like that. Yes, this is science mode. I'm not playing career mode. Screw that. I don't like having to deal with money. That's why I'm an engineer, not a business major. If I wanted to deal with money all day, I would have gone to business school. And yes, engineering's about money too, but... So now this way, if I could get these two cooperate. Because I'm going to extend these before I detach this. Those can go back on there. Go ahead and nose cone that up. So now we shouldn't break off the antennas anymore. However, that still doesn't solve our spinning problem. Aerodynamics to the top of the nose might give us nice optimizations for how high we can get, but it doesn't fix the spinning. Which is bleeding probably just as much, if not more, delta V. It's just a matter of I am not really very good at getting the thing to fly straight. I can get to fly. Fly straight, not as much. Let's... Okay, so they're actually creating a lift that's creating a moment about the center. Let's scrap those, go down to basicer ones. And we're going to line it up with the center of gravity, so that if it does create a rotation, it's only creating a rotation this way, whereas a force down here acting this way, even if it is a moment, will still create forces about, well, let's just say for a minute, if we're looking at it this way, X, Y, Z's coming at us, then if we have a moment going about the, in this case, Y axis, but it's off the center point, it's also going to create forces in both the Z and X directions functionally. So, there's that. Yay, aerospace structures, you're totally teaching me something. I'm just going to call it alpha from here, so we don't have to let me spell it right. So we don't have to fiddle around with renaming it. Oh, this is science mode. So that also raises then the question of, you said, oh, this is science mode. So, yeah, no, this is not about me trying to be economic. Ah, you see, but they're lifting surfaces. Any surface that creates lift does do it directionally. So you second I thought it was career, as in a satellite contract. No. This is just me trying to put up a communications grid. Because it's pretty economic anyway. Yeah, that's true. If I really wanted to, I could just build a giant stack of liquid engines and run with it. I do still try to keep costs to a minimum, just for the sake of its engineering principle, but...